All right, tech adventurers, we are marching headfirst into 2026, and I've got a question for you, one that might just keep you up at night.
I mean, let's be real for a second. Saving your passwords in your browser, it's so easy, right? It's just click, done. But when that big bad wolf of the internet, and trust me, he's huffing and he's puffing out there, comes knocking, are you really confident that your little digital house of twigs isn't going to get blown to smithereens?
And that right there brings us to today's critter comparison. In this corner, we've got the Browser Password Manager, our digital dodo. Yeah, convenient for its time, I guess, but totally, completely unprepared for the predators of the modern digital wilderness. And in the other corner, we have 1Password, the honey badger of security. You know the one. Tough, smart, it just doesn't care. It's built to survive literally anything.
So, let's start by poking a few holes in that flimsy digital mess you might be calling home. Yeah, I'm talking about the password manager that came with your browser.
Okay, so here's the absolute core of the problem. Your browser, whether it's Chrome, Safari, Edge, you name it, its number one job is browsing. Shocker, I know. Security, that was kind of an afterthought, a feature they bolted on later for convenience. It's like trying to build a cabinet with a spork. I mean, sure, you might kind of make it work, but it is fundamentally the wrong tool for the job, and it's going to snap right when you need it the most.
And this all boils down to a massive weakness called OS-tied encryption. Whoa, big words. All it really means is this. If you're logged into your computer, your password vault is wide open. It's unlocked. So if some nasty bit of malware wriggles its way onto your machine, it doesn't have to be a master lock picker. Nope, it just waltzes right through the front door because you've basically left the key sitting right there under the digital welcome mat. Yikes.
Okay, enough doom and gloom about those twiggy little nests. Let's talk about a serious upgrade. Let's talk about building a fortress. Welcome to Section 2, Building Your Titanium-Reinforced Den. Now, the absolute bedrock of 1Password security is something called a zero-knowledge architecture. And this, right here, answers the number one question everybody asks. But is 1Password safe? Can't they see my stuff? The answer is a huge, resounding no. And that's because it's designed so that not even the brilliant folks who make 1Password can see your data. Think about that. They built a den, but they literally don't have a spare key. Only you can get in. Period.
So, you're probably wondering, how on earth do they pull that off? Well, it's with this brilliant two-secret lock system. Step 1 is your master password. That's the one and only password you actually have to remember. Think of it like a secret knock to get into your clubhouse. But, and this is crucial, that's not enough. 1Password adds a whole other layer, the secret key. This thing is a 128-bit, 34-character monster that's generated right on your device. This isn't just a key under the mat. This is a key that's been forged in the heart of a volcano and then shot into space. An attacker needs both your secret knock and the key from space. The chances of that happening? Yeah, it's basically impossible.
All right, so the foundation of our den is rock solid, titanium reinforced even. Now, let's take a little tour of the advanced defense systems, the laser grids and motion sensors, if you will.
First up, meet your own personal security detail, a vigilant little lookout meerkat called Watchtower. See, your browser manager might tell you that your password was stolen, after your digital house has already been ransacked. Watchtower is different. It's that little guy with its head popped up, constantly scanning the horizon. It's looking for weak passwords, reused passwords, and it's even sniffing around the dark web to see if your info has popped up in a data breach. It'll even nudge you like, hey, you should add 2FA to this site. It's not reactive, it's proactive defense.
Okay, now let's paint a picture. For anyone out there who travels, you know this feeling. You're at a border crossing, you're at customs, and an agent asks to inspect your phone or your laptop, and your heart just sinks. Because all your passwords, your whole digital life is sitting right there. That's a little nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Well, with 1Password, you can just disappear.
This amazing feature is called travel mode. And honestly, it is an absolute game changer. Here's how it works. Before you travel, you log into the website, and with a single click, you mark certain vaults as not safe for travel. And then poof, they're just gone from your devices. I want to be super clear here. They're not just hidden. They are completely, totally, physically removed from your phone and laptop until you get home and flip that switch back on. This is a level of security your browser can't even begin to comprehend.
Okay, so protecting yourself is awesome. You're a lone wolf, you're secure, but what about the rest of your pack? What about your family? Let's talk about protecting the whole den.
Let's be honest. Sometimes the biggest weakness in our security is our family. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Sharing the Netflix password over a text message? Your partner using the same password for their bank account and the local pizza place? This stuff is how the bad guys get in. Password reuse is, hands down, the biggest threat out there.
And this is precisely why so many people say 1Password is the best password manager for families. For what breaks down to just over $1 a month per person, you can cover up to 5 family members. You get these cool shared vaults so you can securely pass around the Netflix login or the Wi-Fi password without texting it. You can even help a family member get back into their account if they forget their master password. It's like having an enterprise-level IT department, but for your family pack.
So let's recap. We've built a titanium den, we've posted our Meerkat lookout, we've secured the entire pack, which brings us to the one last all-important question, the one you've all been waiting for. What's the damage? What's this all gonna cost?
Okay, so for a single person, you're looking at $47.88 for an entire year. That's less than $4 a month, less than a fancy cup of coffee.
But hold on, let's reframe that for a second. What's the real cost of just one of your important passwords getting stolen? What's the cost of someone getting into your main email account, or draining your bank account, or stealing your identity? When you think about it like that small fee, it doesn't really feel like a cost anymore, does it? It feels like the smartest, cheapest insurance policy you could possibly buy for your entire digital life.
So really, as we head into 2026, the choice is yours. In this wild, wild west of a digital world, you can keep living in that flimsy little house of twigs, a sitting duck just waiting for the wolf to show up. Or you can build your fortress, you can reinforce your den, and you can become the apex predator of your own digital territory. Hey, if this helped you navigate the digital wilderness just a little bit better, do me a huge favor and smash those like and subscribe buttons. We have so many more guides coming to help you tame your tech. Thanks for hanging out, and seriously, stay safe out there.